You mentioned John Wick, and John Wick obviously incredibly not realistic. But say a guy like John Jones, say he gets into a fight with 4 regular dudes. Does he beat 4 regular dudes?
110.
Yeah.
Really, 4 regular dudes
in under a minute, probably. Yeah.
So how many regular dudes are we talking about? You need to take John Jones.
10.
How big are they? These regular dudes?
Say,
do they have any training or just
no training? Just
Okay,
guys
no,
in a
zero
traffic
training?
jam. Yes,
And they're all
zero,
get 'em.
zero training.
He's fucking
10?
up 10 dudes. Yeah.
Really?
It's
For
gonna
real?
take 10 people.
Because it's one punch and done kind
He
of.
just knows too much shit, and he's so
Distancing.
strong his leverage, and then he's gonna be backing up, starching dudes. Then when they get close, he's fucking hip tossing them
For real, 10?
into cars. I think 10.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least.
and distancing
is crazy
his
to me.
understanding of distance and like his awareness
Yeah.
around him, and then also a guy like John Jones who has been not only is so excessively talented, but has been through so many battles. A regular human is
not
gonna
gonna hit
it
him.
maybe gets him while he's looking at another fighter, is gonna crack him, and he's gonna be like, yeah, come on, you know what I'm saying?
But also
Like,
that first
like
guy that
that's-
throws that
that's-
looping punch,
Yeah.
he's gonna be like fucking Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man.
Like Spider-Man
He's
where he
like,
sees it coming.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
There's
and then
one,
let's say a guy
two.
gets a hold of him. Let's say a guy
Enjoy
clinches.
that.
John's understanding of leverage and everything. He'd be so silly. He would just take someone down so easily.
He's gonna use
Like-
your body like a battering ram, like nunchucks.
That
He's
is
gonna be-
so he's gonna
like
pick
this.
me up and swing me around.
You
to
can take that
people?
guy's big dick and he's gonna throw him like this.
10 for real. I've always wondered because I know those John
For
Wick
John
movies
Jones,
are
I'd
crazy.
say 10.
And he's but on the high end. Say
Yeah.
a dude like you're a trained guy, you're pretty big, normal people. How many normal?
For me,
Yeah,
say 4.
it's so.
If John's
crazy.
10, I'm 4. I'm like the nicotine patch. I'm a 4.
You're a 4?
John's a 30.
I've had the luxury, and I'm shitty, but I've had the luxury of sparring with professional boxers and Muay Thai fighters, and I've had the immense luxury of grappling with some of the best in the world. You can't explain how fucking helpless you are if you're.
Is that real? Because they
it's
had-
insane. It's a different. It'd be like it's insane. It's insane. John's at least 10. I'm gonna say 10 or.
I
plus.
can pick up Crone Gracie like this and deadlift him for 40 reps. And when I roll jujitsu, the 3 or 4 times when I roll with Crone, he's like literally expends no energy when he decides.
Dude,
he plays with me and then he decides to stop
We'll
me.
talk about this when Jason Ellis comes on the show.
Yeah.
When we have Jason on. When I first met Jason, I was a late replacement. Someone's supposed to be there. My publicist calls me and goes, "Hey, we need you to fill in." I don't know Jason at all.
Mm-hmm.
I know him. I walk in, I'm like, "Oh, he has a tattoo on his head, whatever." We sit down and he didn't like whatever. We hated each other for whatever we hate. And he's being like mean. He's like, "Oh, what's it like to get knocked out?" And I'm like, "What the fuck's going on with this dude?" And then he starts talking shit about jiu-jitsu at the time because he didn't know anything about it. And he goes, "Dude, jiu-jitsu's kind of gay. That's what you do." I'm like, he goes, "I don't think it works." In the UFC, I don't think it works. I'm like, "All right, dude, I guarantee it works." I go, "I could choke out everybody in this room in under a minute." He goes, "No, you can't." I go, "Someone set and I'm heated. At that time, I'm just a straight UFC fighter. I just moved to LA. I'm like, set a timer. I will fuck up everybody.
Are you your size? Like, were you bigger at the time?
240 and like,
But in shape, 240.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
But this is even different. This is just he was doing jiu-jitsu and we're in his studio. We're at this little studio in Hollywood when this happened, and I go, everybody in this room I would choke out under a minute. And he set a timer, and I fucked up everybody in under a minute.
Come on.
And the last guy was like his little sound guy. I was like, no. I'm like,
yeah.
I have to.
Good night.
I was like, what's the time? He's like 57 seconds. Like, yes. But when I got off stage at the Laugh Factory, right away you go, "Bro, I figured out what you look like." I'm like, "What?" This is in front of a bunch of other comics. I'm like, "What?" You're like, "You look like a Rottweiler who got his shit together."
Oh, you do, bro. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, dude.
Grab that mic, son.
You do. Look, bro, look.